stretch a bit at first. Just let him warm up. He doesn't need to be on the bit right away. Your ankles are fairly stiff, aren't they? Okay. Just think about trying to bring your toes in just a little bit more. It's nitpicky, but yes. So try not to do quite so much with your shoulders, and think about just allowing your hips to go up and forward, back and down with his hips. That's better. And if you think about it, it's allowing them that to happen rather than you doing it. You're back to wagging your shoulders. There. Feel the difference in your body? Yeah. It just allows your body to be a little more still above your hips, moving that up and forward, back and down. You're moving your hips more than he is at this point. It shouldn't be work. It should be just allowing it to happen. There you go. Better. And think about putting your thumbs on top. Yeah, there you go. That's the one fault that almost every guinea pig we had. They got into this wanting to push a cart position instead of having their hands upright. Okay, go ahead and pick up the reins. And start to ask him to slow that walk a little bit and ask him to come together a little bit for you. Yeah. So think about when your hip is coming up, think about sucking that side of your seat up to get that hesitation in his walk. Yeah. Better. So your hands are just going to stay steady. It's not so much holding back with your hand. It's all with your seat. Yeah. So now think about doing some serpentines, figure eights, that kind of thing to work on changing the bend smoothly. Yeah, come off the wheel. There you go. So So clearly think about changing that advancing hip to get that smooth change and bend. He's thinking other stuff right now instead of what you want. He's like, I know we did other stuff yesterday and I want to do that. Good. Okay, go ahead and pick up a posting trot and do the same thing in the posting trot, getting that change of bend nice and smooth. Yeah. Try to keep him from coming up when you go to change. So just make that change in your advanced hip. Yeah, there you go. Better. See how it takes no rein at all. It just is purely that change in your advanced hip to get that change good and smooth. Yeah. You do that in a dressage test, you're going to get a better score, right? Yeah. Because it just, nothing changes about your horse but the bend. Good. Yep. Go ahead and sit. Yeah. It helps if your horse doesn't trip. Lovely. Yeah. Slow it down just a little bit. Yeah. Good. Go ahead and walk. That was a nice transition. Nice and smooth right into that walk. So now we're going to work on some walk-trot transitions after he has a little bit of a break. You can let him stretch for a little bit. So we want those transitions to be nice and smooth. You want it to look like he just changes and goes into a trot, and then think about if you're going to do a posting to a walk, that you continue to post through the transition. So try to work on both from a rising trot to a walk and a sitting trot to a walk, and just go back and forth a few times. You don't need to trot for very long, and just then it can ask for that transition and then go back up to a trot a few strides later. Because those fine-tuned things are going to help your score, especially at the level that you're talking about. You want those transitions to be nice and crisp, and you don't want them to fall into him or anything like that, or come up in his frame through the transition. So when you're ready, go ahead and pick up a trot and think about keeping him round. Yep, see, he kind of popped up a little bit. Go ahead and walk and think about rounding him into the transition. So a little vibration, couple times on the left, couple vibrations on the right, through the transition. Yeah. Better. Go ahead and work on your transition there. Yeah. And now come up to a sitting trot. Yeah. And go ahead and think about a walk. Better. And again. Yeah. Good. And walk. Yeah. Good. Okay, so now we're going to bring him back down to that school walk. That nice, slow, definite steps. You're going to feel those steps. Very definite. Yeah. And on the long side, think about doing a shoulder in. And you're going to do a shoulder in by maintaining your position in the saddle and your leg positions. And just get that shoulder to come off, and you think about your outside hip moving along the rail with his movement. Yeah, inside hand up, outside hand down a little bit. Yeah, that outside hand can come down even more. Yeah. So a little vibration on that inside rein to get him to come off the rail just a little bit more. Up, yeah, good. Good correction there with your inside leg. Yeah. Good. Lovely. And down the center line, come down for a leg yield. You're going to ask for a straight for a few strides. And then get a little bit of flexion towards me. Yep, change your hip out of the corner. And use that inside leg at back to push him over with the time of the hind leg. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Kind of hold with that outside rein so you don't get the shoulders leading too much. Good. Good. Wonderful. Go ahead and change directions. So down the long side, go ahead and try a shoulder in again. And again, you're going to maintain your leg position out of the corner and use that inside leg to kind of push him down the rail with that bend that he already has. Inside hand up, outside hand down. Good. There. Yeah. This way is a little bit easier, isn't he? Yep, and just use that. Yeah, good. There you go. Good. Go ahead and let him go straight. You were getting a little bit of too much neck. So when he does that, you just need to give a little bit forward with that inside hand and take a little bit down further with the outside to kind of straighten the neck. Because you just want the neck to straighten. You don't want anything else to happen. Good. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Better. Good. Straighten up your body. You're kind of, yep, you were kind of tipping to the outside, at the inside a little bit. Good. There you go. Good. Okay. Come down center line and try a leg yield this direction. So be sure and get a straight horse out of the bend down center line. That way he won't fall to the outside shoulder. Or not as much anyway. Good. Then get a little bit of flexion. Good. Yeah, inside leg in time with the hind leg so that you can push it forward and over. Yeah. Not quite so much flexion. Straighten out with that outside hand. Yeah. There. ahead and let him stretch and take a break. He says, I like this. So let's go over the travers and half pass again, what you're going to do. So coming out of the corner, you're going to keep that bend that you have coming out of the corner. And you're going to use your outside leg to push him down the rail. Okay? And again, your inside hand is going to come up a little bit, outside hand is going to go down. And you just use mostly your outside leg to maintain that bend and push him down the rail. You use the inside leg to maintain forward, but the outside leg is the one that's most active. So next long side, go ahead and think about doing that. Yep, getting back into a school walk. Yep, use your seat to slow that walk down. Good. You're able to get into that much faster now. He's starting to really plug into what you want. Yep, get a nice deep corner. Good. Yeah. Good. Yeah, good. Go ahead and let him go straight. His fitness level is such that I wouldn't make him go much more than that, because that's hard work. So next long side.